Итак, всем привет! И мы продолжаем играть в Final Fantasy 16-ю. Вот. Какой же отстой. Короче, новая игра плюс, максимальная сложность. И мы продолжаем. Сейчас я чуть-чуть еще пошаманю здесь, чтобы YouTube запустился. Так, он запустился, и мы погнали дальше. Это наша новая база. Где-то, не пойми где. Сид умер, но мы продолжили его дело и представляемся везде тоже как Сид. И поэтому к нам обращаются люди, и многие думают, что он не умер. Не все его видели, просто слышали, что есть Сид.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. No one seems keen to join hands with any news while we were away. Should be back any day now. Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nut. Yet this is where she's chosen to be, and I'm sure she has her reasons.
Это, по-моему, как раз дочка Сида.
Trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well, then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, well, mostly armies. But the real question is...
Нам сейчас расскажут, что произошло за 5 лет.
Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor, a nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple
Even.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was,
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Ah, my favorite pupil. How may I help you today? Here's the latest information I have. One must understand one's place in the world. Very good.
Я немного не помню, но, по-моему, это особо, так, информация. То есть это не что-то такое важное.
Norseman Harpok.
Now that isn't welcome home, Clive.
I believe this belongs to you.
Already? Our resident scholar devours. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature, but without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion,
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associate.
I fear it is not more, but mayhap we look in the wrong places.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little, for the loss of their parents weighs heavy on them. However well they hide, Titan took much from us that night. From some more than others, and the wounds that remain.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the...
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
How good it is to see you, Clive. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for what it was like to be myself.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav.
Not a Stolas. All right.
And then you get some rest.
What could Gav have thought
Срезал
worthy of a
свою
letter?
печать.
Does that one have blood on it?
And what can I do for you? Going purse weighing you down? again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Clive. So, what'll it be? It'd last you a good while. Don't waste my time. You ain't got the stuff. Bring me the materials.
Что
I'll
здесь
think
надо
about
еще?
it.
До сих пор гады не дают понять, что там надо.
That it?
Я думаю, сразу эту пушку
Fine.
дадут.
Once the hall's swept, it's over to the Tavern Crown for me.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance, the one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now? Now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto. It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished. Very well.
Не, ну Марту спасать надо по-любому. Она наш такой. Оплот людей. Оплот притока людей.
What do we know, Otto? Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a flood was spilled. Bones were broke. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her. You think this was planned? Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire they've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in. And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next. Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all. Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Жаль, что нельзя спрыгнуть. Пойдем квестик возьмем.
Finish with that, welcome back, Sid.
Damn blighted bilge. Is everything all right? Aside from the holes in my hull? The lake water doesn't agree with it, then? That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry'll keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rot for a moon or so. Assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him. Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
Ну, я думаю, мы сюда быстро сгоняем.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. Trees don't have teeth. I can't imagine Obelisk needing any more than this.
Well? Did you
find is one way of putting...
Ugh! Reeks like a chocobo's arse. I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo? So your boat has a name? I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as me old man. He was a...
М, 100 тысяч опыта. И я хочу побочки выполнять.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to
physical nearby.
Sorry.
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials descended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles now.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards...
To the Abbey, sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up. Look. Up ahead. Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Да, пожалуйста, я, правда, ничего не сделал.
Black Shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
Nice try. Time to fight.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offence.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Что-то они какими-то легкими стали.
Is that all of them?
I think so. I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Found her.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive.
Да уже не выжившего.
He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix Jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
В мире солнце пропало. Мир перестал быть красочным. Сид такой, ну, чуть-чуть придется там потом побегать. 5 лет прошло, ничего не изменилось. Меченых все так же презирают. Да даже, наверное, еще больше на них охота объявилась. Жопа, одним словом. А это типа босс. Как классно все промахнул. Но мне кажется, у бычка было больше хп. Не такой сильный, по крайней мере. Ну или я еще не так много пропустил. Я понял. Привет, привет. Спасибо большое. Как там у тебя дела? Закончился стрим? Днем почему-то не открылся. Я видел его, попытался зайти, но не смог. Надо было еще. Ну то, что в прошлый раз не добило. Я думал, еще на одну будешь проходить. Ну, хотя ты и так прям... Все равно достаточно много прошло. Раз. Я один. Да я не знаю, сколько он часов потратит, чтобы там на все концовки пройти важные. Ну вот да. Мне интересно затрата в часах. Сколько это надо? Ну да, там 40 с чем-то самых таких основных.
And now they are truly free.
Ну, 200-300 часов, наверное, понадобится, чтобы, типа... Капец.
The pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry.
А мы тут вроде бы стараемся.
Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Стараемся как-то мир спасти, наладить все. А все хуже становится. Вообще пока не лучше.
That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
Ну вообще за 5 лет можно было бы мать уже убить.
What goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish. No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
А почему 2000-то? Я думал, все, сейчас будут за миссии там по 100 тысяч давать, такие 2. Это ж, ну, ничто. Что там за чудо надо сделать?
Try not to move. You'll only make it worse.
Oi! You there! You handy with that sword of yours? Course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? Because a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Ради чокобов, конечно.
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock.
А, я вспомнил. Есть побочки, они восклицательные знаки, а плюсики это что-то будет добавлять тебе. Что-то улучшать или что-то еще делать. Ну, короче, прям... Типа... Это вроде бы не важно, но это улучшит тебя.
Looking to settle the score. Go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help.
Я тут задавался одним вопросом, а где мой чокобо? И, по-моему, это как раз миссия на чокобо.
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? Don't worry.
I'm sure I will.
Good.
У нас будет с собой ездовой петух. Надеюсь. Ну, уже пора бы.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo.
Еще бы собачка наша улучшилась. Вообще бы цены не было. Кстати. Что по этому поводу? Я вот не знаю, куда девать очки, но да вообще не знаю, куда их девать. Могу Феникса на максимум там выкачать способность. Это вроде все равно ничего не даст.
That's better.
Острый клык. Самая нужная вещь.
A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds,
Чокоба альбинос. В 7-й финалке, по-моему, чтобы от Чокоба альбиноса. Ну, там рандом, но некоторые тратили по там 100 с лишним часов, чтобы вырастить этого Чокоба. Вообще, как бы, есть обычные Чокобы, вот там желтые, есть вот альбинос, он вроде типа как один. Есть Пэт Чокоба, прям жирный, это король Чокоба считается. И есть еще этот черный Чокоба, это прям летающий Чокоба. Ну, в разных финалках это вот было.
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
Бедные бандиты. Вот.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Они с ними разговаривают.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Ой, дураки, ой, дураки. Где набирают таких? Ладно, там в этом в городе, когда мадама, когда мы с мадамой познакомились, там мы с вояками дрались, и то один видел, что я победил, такой, не, ну я все равно с тобой подерусь. А здесь просто такие почти голожопые люди с топорами видят, что у них какой там крутой меч. За мной пёси дикий ходят. Окей. Пойдем его убьем. Я не знаю, что у них должно быть в голове. Ой. Вообще можно было бы лицом не ловить все это. Было бы намного лучше. Чё, ты будешь помогать? Не, я и без способности бы мог его как бы убить, просто долго. Мне даже меньше хилок бы надо было бы, я не отвлекался на свои способности. Уличи на торгу. Дай. Снял стрелки потратил. Давай, давай, добивай его. Отлично. Уровень.
You're safe now. White Hart, I presume. Do you know her, boy?
И ты знаешь.
That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
Ник Фьюри.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old White Hart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, White Hart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my car on the road, didn't you, No. No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you. Be safe.
Еще и драться умеет.
Run like the wind.
Я хочу кого-нибудь ударить, посмотреть, сколько хп. Ну... Вообще, урон относительно неплохой. Вопрос, для чего он? Но это так. Возвращаемся в убежище. Там, по-моему, мы еще что-то поговорим, и нам дадут кучу побочек.
Where's Gav?
Gav should be back by now.
Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's Head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Как наверх попасть? Блин, где-то был журнал со всеми побочками. Вопрос теперь, где он? Так, у нас тут всякие трофеи. А я думал, все будут. Ну, типа, которые уже с прошлой игры оставались. Пока туда не пойдем. Надо понять, как попасть в другую часть. А, вот. Огромный проход, который я не заметил. Жаль, здесь нельзя чоку призвать, чтобы побыстрее бегать. И рывок не действует. Может быть, в баре все-таки там есть этот журнал.
Won't be long now, Martel. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this... You couldn't take them some, could you?
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, she always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had... Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her men. You hear that, Martel?
Мы так ультиму отбили. А сейчас яблоки будем по убежищу разносить. Не, ну это поднятие боевого духа, с одной стороны, это понятно.
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still. That would explain Blackson's foul mood. All that pounding must be splitting his skull.
Могул про доску еще ничего не говорит.
You two look like you could use something to eat.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so.
Others weren't so lucky, though.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, make Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martel. I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy. Not in the deck. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some money. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh.
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Not that I'm planning a journey. Fancy a look at the list, do you? Seen enough?
Oh!
The patron's whisper. Does that mean...
Oh no, that's still me. It's just carrot. I still catalogue every... Your benefactors are a generous lot.
All yours. You earned this. All in good time, eh? Best of luck out there, Sid.
How are you doing? Quick look. Think you can help?
Вот.
What's the matter, Nectar?
Нектар.
The hunt board. It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operation. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Right. Well, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. But with the Blight and the war, the last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. Then perhaps I can. Or at least I can...
А глазик мы уже убили. Ну, там жопа с эсками была. Их там так долго долбить было надо. Мне кажется, теперь еще сложнее будет с ними.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
Think it's all right to touch him?
Curse breakers sent them. They were clearly very fond.
They remembered her. I suppose she was very kind. Even she put everything into her work. She wasn't when she died.
And through you.
I didn't do anything, really.
By the way, Otto's...
Of course not. I'll see the... They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say.
Можно 100 тысяч. А неплохо ее яблоки на 100 тысяч опыта разнес. Да. Еще не надо? Так, ну нам теперь туда.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
we'll face it together then.
To the end.
До конца.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south
Я
as we
не
did
знаю,
in
как это
Martha's
работает,
Rest?
но
Northern Nightly. Which is where we
это
should hurry.
работает. Игра на
There are
самом
still
деле
many
передает
settlements
вот
between here and Port Isolde. We
это
visited many as we
отношение,
can.
которое вот
and
есть
hear their
сейчас.
stories.
Прям вот ты чувствуешь
Starting
все
with the village of
настрои. Как-то более серьезно воспринимаешь сюжет уже. Если до этого там и шуточки были с Сидом и все такое, сейчас уже шутки ушли на другой план. Блин, драться, конечно, надо со всем этим. Надраться еще успеем.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
Welcome, stranger. Much obliged. Eyes bigger than your pack now, are they? Much obliged. There you are. Much obliged. There you are. I suppose we won't be seeing you again.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
Run along now, before one of the boys starts thinking.
Word is, Port Isolde's closed her gates.
You seen them, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. At least I think they was the Black Shields. Can't say I ever...
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be all... If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend.
I know that. What do you...
We couldn't help noticing those Imperials...
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all. The Empire's a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down, some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the vice, this village will not.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, we still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Good girl.
Run like the wind.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the apothecary, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
Я даже не знаю, в какую сторону пойти. Думал, что где-то тупик будет. Ой, а там что-то такое интересное в воздухе висит. Типа сундук, походу. Тихо. Бежал. Так, погодите. Прицел уберись. Мы должны забрать вот тут.
More of my mother's men.
$20 000. Хорошо.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Да спрыгивай ты уже.
Straight home now.
Сундук.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear
Да, я
your
ж дурак.
steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and...
Что-то они много разговаривают.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield to resemble. tell me what I want, and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordil. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Не, ну понятно, что это ловушка. Ловушка.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
This was my mother's doing.
Мы офигеваем.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know.
Слишком много смертей вокруг.
I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
Привет, привет. Привет, привет. Спасибо большое за лайки.
Yes.
Как у вас дела, как настроение?
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in.
Большое спасибо за подписку. Окей, спасибо, спасибо. Я прям радоваться начал. Какая-то пустенькая деревня. Ну, она и понятно, там все висят. Ну, не только висят.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Это великолепно. Нести радость, хуйню и свет. Все, что мы любим. Ой. Не туда хотел дать. Этих птичек не жалко, но они дикие, типа злые. Вот особенно синие. И, кстати, по-моему, синие только здесь появились. Бухали много.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Hush, no. You didn't hear nothing.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
The gates are closed. Be gone!
How am I to sell my wares?
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
Какая-то жесть вокруг происходит. Блин, на самом деле, вот мы делаем больше добра и все мрачнее, мрачнее, и хуже вокруг становится. Как вот... Прям как в жизни. Ну чё, крабик, готов умирать? А в смысле, ты тут не один еще? Я-то думал. Давай, добивай его. Убей его. Запинаем. Ну-ну-ну, не надо мне тут так делать. Я немножко заблудился. Мне крабики отвлекли.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
А вы можете как-то с крабиками объединиться в одной кучке? Ну и это. Я вас побью всех. Во-во-во. Сюда куда-нибудь. Надо было подождать. Да вообще давно. Он такой, для души и для того, чтобы запечатлеть прохождение игр, которых здесь уже было пройдено очень много. И совершенно разных. Выживачи, РПГшки, гонки. А этого я не знаю. Как-то так вышло. Не замечается канал. Так, ну там ворота вроде бы закрыты были. Нам туда попозже, по-моему.
Friends, dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever. Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep. Better out there than in here.
No, good enough for us in.
Hang the chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all. I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties. Cut you down where you stand. Destroy it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Ремонты. Ремонты чего?
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus.
Ой, про это типа тоже видосики? Круто. У меня... А что сказать? Да у меня клешник, короче, и ремонт техники это не особо мое. Хотя раньше что-то там чинил, делал.
As long as it is abandoned.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Ready, go? Yeah!
Не, ну это круто.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Вот он, значит, места эти помнит, а я нет. Торгу, мы тебя давно не гладили. А ты прям помощник.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Ну, я не монтирую видосы, но очень много наслышан и понимаю, что да, это и трудненько бывает часто, и как бы время затратно. На это вот время и находишь иногда. Я не понял, это сейчас все равно По идее, мы хороших сейчас бьем или нет? Я как-то не понял, но все равно надо их убить же надо было.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
Ну да, мы хороший поход прибили.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
Есть. $10
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
Мы, короче, с ними в первую нашу драку ходили. С ним и еще с одним чуваком. Прям первая наша вылазка. Еще в детстве, типа.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after.
Ну, это уже отдельный вид искусства.
There is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant.
Я как-то думал, но я думаю, потом у меня просто, наверное, ролики, они не выйдут, если я начну вот это вот все делать, потому что я буду стараться довести их до идеала, до какого-то, и в сценариях, и во всем, и такой, не-не-не, это не выйдет никогда, оно будет делаться и пытаться улучшить, я буду этого очень долго.
Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only
Спасибо,
seems to have
что
grown.
зашел.
As to why,
Я тоже надеюсь.
maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having
Хорошо
the power to
поработать тебе.
challenge her beloved son.
Еще раз спасибо.
So Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Я вообще как-то последнее время, после, наверное, экспедиции 33, очень стал вот обращать внимание на звуки в играх, и здесь звуки окружения, они прям великолепны. Как и музыка очень хорошая. Но прямо от окружения я давно такого не слышал. Гля, какие. Так, а третий золотой пояс. Ну, мне пока он не нужен. Метеорит. Что-то их набралось уже много. А мне улучшать пока нечего.
I will be here should you need aught else. Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the... Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight...
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt it.
But until we arrived, that was your plan.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them putting an end to the Black Shield.
And so we shall.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
Да, открой ты их.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Look at me sideways. Come along now. Bastard.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame!
Forest area! Forest area!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Я пока не буду ульту отдавать свою.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battle for them.
теперь на птичку можно ярость потратить. Да спуститесь вы на землю. Мелких пока отвлекают. И все? Да как же, да, без капитана. Ой, чего они так много разговаривают?
In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
We'll finish him.
$84 000 норм.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I.
It did. It blood. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight.
Perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home. And we must fight for it. as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Еще так 180 сверху. Вот сейчас мне нравится опыт. В прошлой главе, ну, как-то странно. Где-то много, где-то мало. Прям мало.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to...
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord. No, it is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience. Especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the... It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want... If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Сейчас будет еще один отличный персонаж.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well? It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head. Curse thee, infectious
flax wench? Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddu in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming viceroy,
Спасибо, что заходила. Спасибо, что всех созвала.
These atrocities are a new low.
Приятного тебе отдыха.
Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Реально крутой дядька.
Over there. Go on. She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Не, вообще план у них такой интересный. Такая говорит, я не хочу быть чудовищем, я столько их убила. Поехали убьем моих врагов.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Typical nobles. How did we never hear?
Так, плюсики первым делом надо выполнять.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself, and if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but something's getting him down. And it's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get it, but I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit?
Fine. If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Clive! Here you go. Think you can help?
How may I help you today, Clive? You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
Back again, Lord Rosfield.
It is not your company.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's, the mother crystal that rises from the boiling. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to break. As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the mother crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Drastanus, home of Drake's breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drastanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge.
Might be. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
Could have sworn we had a few.
Так, быстро бежим по полочкам.
Something tells me.
Monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
First August. What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did I told you not to stick your nose in my business?
Clive just wants to help, innit? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better. Please, mate. I'm worried.
Phil, shut you up. It's nothing real. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms, and anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level. Made my stuff look like every... I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for?
Там крутой квест будет.
All right. We're going.
С деревни кузнецов.
I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of ale. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of...
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to...
I couldn't agree more.
Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I...
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to... Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He doesn't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was excited? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe... Care Northern, that was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So... it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
О, за них прям денег хорошо еще дают.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other.
You do.
Stay sharp. Don't know what the Empire's tomorrow. I'd be daft to stay.
Don't you go causing any trouble now.
Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against. I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad. I did indeed.
Marvellous! Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this? I present
Ну, выглядит так себе.
Chance's stew. Grab a spoon, Sid. Let's eat while it's hot.
I'm not hungry.
Well, it'll be too late once I've licked the bowl. Odin's teeth. What the salt on the senses. It's like choking on swamp water. And yet, up through the pungency, there rise complex. It takes a moment to recover from such an onslaught of flavours, but never.
You're welcome.
I must share this gift. I won't rest until a steaming bowl of Chance's stew sits before everyone.
А может, не надо лучше?
A single mouthful, and Molly will be.
Отравят к черту всех жителей.
That was certainly not what I expected.
Блин, я ж нашел уже сведения, почему он не засчитывается? Сказали, что он где-то возле замка. Вот здесь, походу. Что-то мне вспомнилось, по-моему, что такие монстры, они где-то на отдалении находятся.
Let's go. Time to fight.
Keep them pilgers nice and chilled.
And what can I do for you? dear, I've just sold our last.
Look at this place. We spent half of it.
Не знаю, там кто-то летает, но это не грифон, мне кажется. Да и маловат он, походу.
Be safe.
Арона.
If that's what I think it is, this isn't gonna be easy. I needed that.
Rest well. I know I will. Let's go.
Так, ну а где может быть грифон тогда?
Come on.
I can walk from here.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Блин, есть еще вариант, что он по ту сторону.
No need to ride from here.
Slavers don't even bother with North Reach.
There's taller. That big glass case.
You want a spot on the Dominion walls? You'll need to do better than that!
safe.
Typical nobles.
Где-то на выходе из Лонгслива.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
No use calling Ambrosia now. Good girl.
Faster! Come on. Yeah!
Time to fight. Thanks, Gal.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia. Too slow. Nice try.
Over here! Sick! This one! Attack! This one! Over here! Get him! This one!
Good girl.
Faster!
be over soon.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill. When you told me you weren't talking...
It's not all.
Well...
Useful trick. Freezing and thawing the spray to make mist. How did you learn to use your powers like this?
The Masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas, to keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
This may be the only chance I get to go back. My only chance to put things right. I have to do this. Whatever the cost.
All right.
There she is. The Iron Kingdom's mother crystal.
Drake's breath. Strong currents, sharp rocks, and ether floods. Let's not forget them. This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency, allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen. The sanctuary is inside the mountain. If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
All right. Let's go.
А на этом мы на сегодня закончим. Всем спасибо, кто смотрел и кто будет смотреть. А завтра мы продолжим. Вот. Всем пока-пока и удачи.